The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Commander Bella strode through the crystalline doors, her boots echoing against the obsidian floor. 200 alien dignitaries turned their various appendages, sensors and optical organs toward the human woman, their expressions ranging from curiosity to barely concealed contempt. Kanat, the Council's Archon and representative of the ancient Vexari Empire, lounged on his elevated platform. His forearms crossed in a gesture of dismissal, his amber eyes gleaming with amusement. "Ah, the human delegation finally arrives," he announced, his voice carrying through the chamber with practiced authority. "We were beginning to think your species had wisely chosen to remain in your isolated corner of the galaxy." Bella stopped at the center of the chamber, standing alone in the speaker's circle. She wore no ceremonial robes like the others, just her standard Earth Defense Force uniform, navy blue with silver insignia. Her dark hair was pulled back in a practical bun, and her expression remained neutral despite the murmurs rippling through the assembly. "Archon Kanat," she began, her voice steady. "Members of the Council, humanity requests formal recognition and admission to the galactic community." A wave of clicking, chittering, and synthesized laughter filled the chamber. Kanat raised one hand and the noise subsided. "Your request has been noted, Commander. However, the Council has reviewed Earth's technological development, military capabilities, and cultural advancement." He paused, his mandibles curling into what passed for a smile among his kind. "Frankly, your species is quaint. Your myths about conquering the stars, your stories of human exceptionalism, they're entertaining, certainly, but hardly the foundation for galactic citizenship. We've observed your primitive faster-than-light experiments," added Counselor Zixra, a serpentine creature from the Ophidian cluster. "Your largest vessels couldn't survive a standard solar storm, let alone contribute to Council defense initiatives." Bella's jaw tightened, but she maintained her composure. "With respect, Counselor, your intelligence is outdated." Kanat leaned forward, genuinely intrigued now. "Outdated? Your last transmission indicated Earth possessed exactly 17 FTL-capable vessels, hardly a fleet to inspire fear or respect." "That transmission was sent 3 months ago," Bella replied. "A lot can change in 3 months." "Indeed?" Kanat's tone dripped with sarcasm. "Pray tell, Commander, has humanity suddenly discovered some miracle technology? Have you been hiding ancient alien artifacts that catapulted you forward 1,000 years?" The Council erupted in more laughter. Bella reached into her jacket and produced a small holographic projector. She placed it on the floor, and a 3-dimensional star map materialized above it, showing the local galactic sector. Blue dots marked Council territories. One small red dot marked Earth's solar system. "For centuries, humanity has been underestimated," Bella said quietly. "Our myths, as you call them, weren't just stories. They were warnings, promises. We told ourselves that one day we would reach the stars, that when we did, no one would ever dismiss us again." She tapped the projector. The hologram zoomed out, revealing hundreds of new red dots surrounding the Council territories, a perfect sphere of human-controlled space that nobody had detected. The laughter died instantly. "What is this?" Kanat demanded, rising from his seat. "Some trick? Falsified data." "No trick, Archon." Bella's voice remained calm, but her eyes blazed with intensity. "While you laughed at our 17 scout ships, we were building. While you dismissed our primitive technology, we were innovating. While you ignored us, we were expanding." Another tap. The red dots began moving, converging toward the Council's central territories. 347 warships, 12,000 support vessels, 117 colonized systems, all achieved through what you called our primitive technology. Technology we deliberately allowed you to underestimate. Counselor Zixra's scales had turned pale. "Impossible. Your sensors detected exactly what we wanted them to detect," Bella interrupted. "Humanity learned early that the galaxy respects strength. We simply chose not to show ours until we were ready." Kanat's forearms had uncrossed, his posture no longer one of casual superiority. "This is an act of aggression. A threat. This is a statement of capability," Bella corrected. "Humanity doesn't seek war, Archon Kanat. We never did. But we refuse to be dismissed, patronized, or treated as children begging for scraps at the adult table." She gestured to the hologram, where the human fleet had stopped just outside Council space. "Our fleet stands ready. Not to invade, but to demonstrate that Earth isn't asking for permission anymore. We're claiming our place as equals. The silence in the chamber was deafening. Kenneth slowly descended from his platform, approaching Bella with newfound wariness. Up close, she could see the calculations running behind his eyes, the military assessments, political implications, the complete restructuring of galactic power dynamics. "You've made your point, Commander," he said finally, his voice devoid of its earlier mockery. "Though I suspect this was always your intention. Those primitive transmissions, the bumbling request for admission, all theater." A slight smile tugged at Bella's lips. "Sometimes the best way to be underestimated is to appear exactly as your opponents expect. Humanity learned that lesson well." Kenneth extended his primary hand, a gesture of respect among his people. "The Council will grant Earth full membership status. It seems we have much to learn about human mythology." Bella shook his hand firmly. "Just remember, Archon, every human myth contains a kernel of truth. We told stories about reaching the stars and standing as equals among ancient civilizations." She glanced toward the hologram, where Earth's fleet maintained its silent vigil. "We just never mentioned how seriously we took those stories." As she turned to leave, the council chamber erupted into frantic discussion. Alliances would need to be reevaluated, treaties rewritten. The balance of galactic power had shifted in a single afternoon. Kenneth watched her go, a grudging respect replacing his earlier contempt. Humanity had taught the galaxy an invaluable lesson. Never laugh at someone's myths. They might just be promises waiting to be fulfilled.